Welcome back to Fourth and Pain, the only football and pro wrestling show to be hosted by an NFL player and a weight loss champion. Redskins defensive end Adam Carriker is with me.
That's the midget. I'm the beast. Here comes the fourth and pain.
The midget. Seriously? Seriously? You keep going to that well. Come on, man. The well runneth dry.
No. It's the same well, but it's different water every time, and it still tastes oh so good.
You're a bully. You're a bully, Ray. Former wrestling announcer, weight loss champion, and friend, supposedly, of Adam Carriker, the Chuck Carroll here. Thanks for joining us on Fourth and Pain. New show tweeted out each and every weekday from at Fourth and Pain at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Adam, love this segment. Time to take it home. This is called the family segment, where we take the listener questions, lots of your questions. We give them our answers. And then coming up in about 3.5 minutes, we're going to be speaking to your wife. And today's topic, phenomenal. I love what's going to happen. But let's start with the Ask an NFL Player Anything. And today it starts with wrestling from The Rick on Twitter. Says, hey, I read where Brooke Hogan was released by TNA this week. Don't you think her daddy could have stopped that?
When you originally asked me this question for the show, I thought Hogan made these decisions. Apparently, it's Dixie Carter, who obviously is in charge and owns TNA. What's interesting to me, though, is I watch a lot of the wrestling videos online, because if you don't know, my dad wouldn't let me watch wrestling for a long time after Hogan turned heel NWO. So I missed a lot of the wrestling era in the mid to late 90s. A lot of these videos, Macho Man Randy Savage, Scott Steiner, who came out on Twitter and is not a fan of Brooke Hogan either, and obviously a lot of people know that the Ultimate Warrior and Hogan in real life do not get along. A lot of these people hate Hulk Hogan, and they just bury and trash the guy. They call him a glory hound. They call him selfish, talk about all the things he does to try to keep other wrestlers down and keep himself in the limelight. And I don't know if any of it's true. Obviously, I've never wrestled a millisecond of my life. It's fascinating to watch these videos. And then also Scott Steiner buried Brooke Hogan in one of his tweets. I don't know that I can read. I guess it went public. Basically, she said she can make more money on her back than he could make I believe, in the ring or whatever. They kind of went back and forth on Twitter a little bit. But it's just fascinating to me how a lot of people actually don't like the most recognizable face in pro wrestling history.
Yeah, but he was nice to you when you had the opportunity to meet him.
Oh, I loved it. I had the chance to meet Brooke. She thought my son Jacob was absolutely adorable. And then Hogan actually stopped and waited because he was getting in his car, and I had the opportunity to meet him. Like I said, this is not me talking. I just find these videos very interesting. And a lot of times you hear there's a lot of guys that get bashed in these videos, and the guys who are getting bashed, they bash the other guys. So it kind of goes back and forth. So I'm sure if I looked up some Hogan videos, he'd be talking about other people. So it goes back and forth.
All right, next question. Interesting one from Stacy in Papillion, Nebraska. I come to find out that's how you pronounce it.
How'd you originally say it? You have to say it.
From the French, Papillon.
I didn't even know what you were talking about.
Papillon, Nebraska. Well, it's French, damn it. All right, Stacy from Papillon. Do you know of any pro wrestlers who went to Nebraska?
We actually had to do some pretty good research because we didn't find any that went to Nebraska, but we found 4 semi-recognizable to very recognizable names that are from the state of Nebraska. The biggest one is Sting from Omaha, Nebraska. Another one would be Baron Van Raschke, who was from the NWA, AWA in the 70s and 80s. He's from Omaha. Gorgeous George, WWE Hall of Famer, who is from Butte, Nebraska. And another recognizable name is Ted DiBiase from Omaha, Nebraska.
Man, how about that? A little bit of research there. I didn't know that Sting was from Nebraska. That makes me a Nebraska fan because he's my all-time favorite wrestler. That's pretty cool, man.
He's one of my favorites without a doubt. He's probably my number 3.
Well, he goes from being a, Midwestern guy from Nebraska to taking on this total Southern California persona. I mean, that's where he was discovered. He was discovered at Muscle Beach, if I'm not mistaken. That's pretty cool to me. That's very cool. So hats off to you, Nebraska.
He'll always be that short, blonde-haired guy with the face paint,
Absolutely.
In the beginning to me before he turned the crow sting.
Not going to lie. Dressed up as that short, blonde-haired guy for Halloween on a number of occasions growing up. But let's transition here. Time for one of the most entertaining segments of the week, and this one is definitely a doozy. Let's bring on your lovely bride, Angie, here for the Pulse. Angie, how are you this week?
Doing good.
Good. Now, excellent excellent. So glad you're here because this is just phenomenal. I hear that, you've got the kids, they're enrolled in Tai Kwan Do, they've been taking classes, but I also understand that you are a black belt, and this I did not know. So my question to you is this: have you ever had the opportunity or the chance or a reason to put Adam in his place?
D, all the above. We were in college. That's when I earned my black belt. I did it through college. And we were just messing around, and I was showing him like a jump roundhouse kick, and I don't think he was paying attention very well, and I knocked him into the chest, and down he went. So,
Wow.
Bring it on, Adam.
Wow.
All right, there's just a tad bit more to this story. There was this couch right behind me, and this couch was right at my kneecap height. So you ever done the trick where the person gets on their knees and then you push them and they fall over the person who's on their knees behind them? That's basically what this was. She tapped me with her toesies, and the couch knocked me down.
Black belt, Adam. I've seen big guys be toppled by the smallest of guys.
In all honesty, she kicked me pretty hard, and she knocked me on the couch. It surprised me, knocked the wind out of me all at once. But I got one question, because her master, his name was Master Longoria in college. I bumped into him actually in Colorado about a month ago. I hadn't seen him in about 8 or 9 years. But would you say he's a little bit taller, maybe weighs a little bit more than Chuck, Ange? How big would you say Master Longoria is?
Oh, no, he's probably like half inch shorter than Chuck.
Wow.
He's tiny.
I mean, he's like, so that makes him what, like 2 foot? I mean, anyways, he's
jerk.
He's a very short guy, and he's not very big. I mean, I'm probably about twice his size. And he is now an 8th degree black belt. And I talked with him, and he's going to be a 9th degree, which would make him a black grand champion. But he has to wait till the only grand champion in the Tai Kwan Do circuit retires. And he will have had to wait 9 years. And to become an 8th degree black belt, he had to wait 8 years. And a 7th degree, he had to wait 7 years. And he had to go all the way down to Arkansas when we were in college to get his 8th degree black belt and test for it in front of 30,000 people. So this dude is legit. I think he actually has to register his hands as lethal weapons.
Wow.
Is that true, Ange?
I think so.
So here's the question. Master Longoria, Adam Carriker, steel cage match. Who wins, Ange?
He's going to take you down. He knows so many grappling things. He knows not only Taekwondo, but he knows like other forms of martial arts, and he actually teaches like the FBI in Omaha, like hand movements and things like that to take people down. So
doesn't he know like Krav Maga and things of that nature? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Ground and pound, man. I love it. The takedown. Ange, good question. Great segment. We appreciate your time. Give her a follow on Twitter at Angie Carriker. We'll talk to you again next week.
Sounds good.
All right. That was the Pulse. Adam, just a couple minutes left in the segment. Weight loss question. What do you got, my man?
Let's roll. Lisa Stafford from Facebook. Did you ever try cutting carbs to lose weight, and did it work?
All right. Even when I was at my heaviest, Adam, I was skeptical about this. And here's why, Lisa. Because once you cut them from your diet, they need to stay gone. And here's the other thing. Long term, your body needs carbs to function. So you cut them in the short term, and you hear about yo-yo dieting, you lose a bunch of weight, and then you pack it way back on. Cutting carbs from your diet and just going the Atkins route, unless you make that a complete and total permanent change, that is a recipe for disaster. Do not recommend it. Never did it. Never will.
Next question, Bill757 via Twitter at Fourth and Pain. Give us a follow. How many days a week should I exercise in order to lose weight?
All right, Bill, here's the thing. It's not so much how many days of the week should you exercise. It's more how many days of the week do you think you should be active? And the answer to that question is 6. You don't always have to be in the gym. The gym is 3 to 4, maybe as much as 5. But on that 6th day or that 5th day, all you need to do really go out there for a walk for 30 minutes, maybe an hour, however long you want to go. Just get your heart rate up, get moving, get that blood flowing, and you'll be in good shape. Adam, final question is for you. Bill in St. Petersburg from our YouTube channel. He says, you said it in your weightlifting tip this week that you don't really train your calves like most muscles. So what is the best way to train them for sports?
Doing calf raises is great. It's going to make you look really pretty, but there's a difference between looking pretty and being explosive, which is what you want for sports. So calf raises makes you look like Arnold. If you want to be explosive, which is what you need in sports, you need to do the speed ladder, which is those little ladders you see guys do, and you do little quick foot drills back and forth over them. That's going to train your quick twitch muscle fibers in your calves. Also, during plyometrics, you can do the big boxes, you can do medium or small, you can do quick little hops off the ground. Be careful, don't do too much because you can ruin other parts of your body. But that's how you train the explosive, quick twitch muscle fibers in your calves and your overall legs as well.
All right. And with that, we are fresh out of time. Before we go, big hi there to Matt, who works at Whole Foods over in the Kentlands in Maryland, who actually recognized us, is a big fan of Fourth and Pain. So, Matt, thank you very much for listening.
Chuck is a star, folks. He got recognized.
I'm telling you, I was shocked. But, Matt, you the man in my eyes, buddy. But we are fresh out of time.
On behalf of the largest arms on the D-line, my lovely bride, Angie Carriker, and the weight loss champion himself, thank you for being a part of the Fourth and Pain family. You like that? Because I actually switched up the ending.
Well, you want to do another take? I didn't think that there was anything wrong with it.
Yeah, let's try that again.
All right. Still rolling. All right, here we go. And now, words of wisdom with Adam Carriker.
If you don't come home and immediately either take off your pants or change into pajamas, then I'm sorry, but you're just living life wrong.